few weeks ago, I volunteered with the University of Arizona group called Reconciliación en el Río Santa Cruz. For years, I've been interested in habitat restoration, rewilding, conservation, preservation, etc., but this was the first time I learned about reconciliation. Particularly in more urban and suburban environments, restoration of injured habitats can often prove to be impossible simply because human activity and its downstream effects have become part of the natural environment. On their website, tierrayalma.org, they write that restoration is a fallacy in these urban sites, encouraging an alternate strategy, reconciliation ecology, which is the idea that by restoring habitat for native species, we are better able to invite biodiversity back into our urban ecosystems. So reconciliation is kind of like restoration, but working smart, not just hard. I learned this hard way, of course. I saw a massive plastic pallet that had been wedged under a willow tree and buried under 2 feet of dirt, and I thought, I must remove this forever plastic now before it gets buried forever. But I was so one-track minded that I never realized this could create a home for organisms I just couldn't see from the surface. An hour later, when I finally lifted the darn thing out from the ground, I realized I had de-roofed the home of a cotton rat and 2 checkered garter snakes. This was the perfect example where I could have left alone this piece of trash, turned home, and focused my efforts on smaller trash items, which sadly were everywhere. So yeah, I realized I have a lot to learn about these various ecologic strategies, and I felt really bad for those snakes. But hey, at least I was out there helping, I guess, and like one of our fearless reconciliation leaders told me...
Well, I apologize for taking...
Again, you don't need to apologize. The fact of the matter is, this is the process of reconciliation, is deciding whether or not the decisions that we think we need to make are going to negatively impact those that we might not think they're going to impact. And sometimes they do, and no one's hurt. And we get to see this fucking snake. Look at that eye. Yeah, they're so pretty.
That's so nice.
So amazing.
Look at your tongue.
So there were 2...
The snake spirit. He had the speed of the snake.